My name is Ellie Hunter, and I'm 37 years old. I find myself standing at the periphery of my niece's extravagant birthday party, feeling the hum of familial chatter envelop me. It is a gathering meticulously curated by my brother, Paul Hunter. Here, the walls of our parents' old Victorian home seem to lean in, soaking up decades of whispered secrets and unspoken tensions. Paul, with his charming facade and persuasive smile, commands the room. He makes sure everyone knows he's the golden child, the siblings' pride and joy. To him, I'm just Ellie, the one who never quite made it out of the shadow cast by his successes. The moment that triggers this saga comes as no surprise to me. As I approach the conversation circle, Paul's voice cuts through, booming with casual cruelty. Ellie, when are you going to settle down? You're not getting any younger. Or is it that you prefer your work over family? His words hang in the air, a thinly veiled insult wrapped in the guise of concern and good-natured ribbing. I see the eyes of our relatives flicker towards me, expecting the meek, resigned nod that usually follows. But this time, I grasp the words, twist them like a knife in my chest, and swallow the pain. What he doesn't know is that my quietude isn't an acceptance of defeat, but the loading of ammunition. I refuse to let this be just another barb in his collection. As I leave the party, his words echo in my mind, hardening into resolve. The time has come for change. The first strike comes a week later when I discover through a mutual friend that Paul has taken the liberty of hiding crucial documents from my portfolio at work. His sabotage is a calculated move, designed to derail my upcoming promotion within the company we both work for. A petty maneuver, yet with potential for devastating consequences. Sitting in my apartment, I strategize. My mind races with the networks at play within our firm. The alliances, the rivalries. It's a chessboard, and my brother has made the first move. I decide to act as if playing into his trap, letting the higher-ups believe I'm facing a setback. Meanwhile, I quietly retrieve the original documents copies that I had wisely secured knowing Paul's tendencies and start a parallel project, one that showcases not just competency, but innovation. When the presentation day arrives, Paul sits at the boardroom table with a smug smile, expecting my downfall. Instead, I present my revised project, met with approval and commendation from the board. Paul's expression shifts from triumph to confusion, and then to fury as he realizes his plan has been thwarted. My promotion is secured, and his narrative begins to crack. Paul, however, is not one to back down easily. His next move is more insidious. He begins a smear campaign, meticulously turning family members and colleagues against me. Whispered rumors of my supposed misconduct at work, my failure to maintain personal relationships, begin to circulate. The air becomes thick with suspicion, and I feel the isolation creeping in. But I am not without resources. I start documenting every conversation, every insidious remark that comes my way. I engage in quiet, strategic conversations with colleagues and family members, planting seeds of doubt about the veracity of these rumors. I know the truth is a powerful ally, but it needs time to take root. Weeks later, as family tensions crest and my professional relationships begin to fray, I reveal the fabricated nature of Paul's accusations in a calculated move during a family dinner. I unveil a series of messages and documents that expose his deceit. The impact is a fissure through our family's unity. But the truth is out there, undeniable. His credibility is shaken, and I see for the first time the doubt in his eyes. Enraged and cornered, Paul's final act is desperate. He tries to undermine me by aligning with a key player in the company, seeking to have me ousted under the guise of restructuring. I anticipate this move. His ally is someone I've long suspected of harboring similar ambitions to Paul's, leveraging them to his advantage. I turn to the company's ethics department, presenting a detailed dossier of Paul's machinations and their potential legal ramifications. The investigation that follows is swift, and the repercussions are severe. Paul is summoned, faced with irrefutable evidence and the threat of legal action. He is left with no choice but to step down, his reputation in tatters. The denouement occurs at our family's next gathering. The atmosphere is tense, charged with the aftermath of Paul's downfall. I've orchestrated this meeting not as a celebration, but a resolution. As I stand before my family, I lay bare the truth of everything that's transpired. I emphasize the importance of integrity, of unity, and how easily it can be undermined by personal vendettas. Paul is silent, his previous bravado replaced by an ashen resignation. In a final stroke, I reveal my own contribution. A donation to the local hospital in our mother's name, funding a new wing to support families in crisis. The gesture is not one of triumph, but of reconciliation, a hope for healing beyond our internal conflicts. As the room absorbs this revelation, I step away, leaving the whispers behind. This battle was never about merely prevailing over Paul, but about redefining who I am outside his shadow. The victory isn't just mine, it is a renewal for us all, a chance to rebuild what was nearly torn apart. I walk into the night, free from the binds of past grievances, with only one thought in mind. The scars of battle can heal, but the lessons they teach must forever guide us. The final words I leave behind, resonating in the silence, are simple yet profound. Family is not defined by blood alone, but by the bonds we choose to strengthen.